Hey everybody, Richter Knives here, your favorite knife tuber. Episode number 233. I got a sweet video for you. As you can tell, this is going to be a Jack Wolf knife. This is their latest. It will come out Friday. You could pause that, read it. Very recommended. This video is actually on the Scuffle titanium crystallized Blurple. I'll put all information down below in the description, and I'm going to show you everything in this box and all that good stuff. But first, I know you want to see the knife. It's freaking sweet. Check it out. This is from the BOWIE BLOODLINE. Check out that blade. Inspired by the BOWIE knife, which is pretty much a fixed blade. This is in a folder, and this is a Jack Wolf Knives collab with Nick Rogers or Nitch Designs. And there's a lot to go over on this knife. I want you to look at that in the sun. I had to do this in natural lighting because you've got to see how sweet this crystallized titanium is. It's got purples, blues, just beautiful. All the colors, all the schnozberries. This thing is sweet. Let's go over it. So you got a lot of firsts on this knife. You got the pivot collars. See? This one is actually exposed whenever you open the knife, and I think that's a sweet little design cue right there. Nice. You also got the captured pivot. You've got, which is D-shaped, right? So you only got hardware supposed to be able to use hardware on this side. This is nice looking. You also got the flipper tab, which is a first. Most Jack Wolf knives are going to be either a slip joint or a bolster lock or frame lock. And deployment on this one is going to be that flipper tab. You can push it like a button. You can start here and just work your way down. Very hard to fail. I've failed it once. Let me try. It's hard to do. See if I can fail it. Man, it's hard to fail. Freaking smooth too. You got internal hardware. So you only got, what, a screw here? So how does all this get held on? Freaking pretty sweet. I'm going to tell you about all that. There are threaded inserts glued in to the underside of the scales. And also, you see the color right there on that back spacer too. On the inside. Neat little, this light ain't showing it. There you go. I know you probably can't see it, but it is skeletonized. And there are lightning pockets inside of the frame, lighting pockets. So makes it a lot lighter. This is all titanium right here, then crystallized titanium. And it's got a thicker blade stock. If you ever held a Jack Wolf knife, you know that their blade stock is really thin. This one is pretty thick compared to other ones, but this bad boy is still slicey. She's got hollow grind. It comes down. I don't know what he is behind the edge, but it's pretty thin. You hear it, listen. You hear that ting? Listen. It's got a little ting when you open it. And also, it's S90V, just like all the other ones, or most of the other ones. S90V. On the blade right here, you see the Nitch Designs logo. And on this side, the beautiful Jack Wolf Knives logo. They didn't put any billboarding all over this, which I like. There's no S90V anywhere etched on this blade. We all know what it is. And then You also got ceramic bearings. This thing is bloody smooth. Look. What? What? You can reverse flick that thing. You can also slow roll it. I wonder if you could thumb flick it. I haven't tried. Yeah, you can. Then the easy flipper tab. I'm normally not a flipper person, but this thing is sweet and I really like it. Great execution. I'm not having to flick my whole wrist to get it out. I'm just pushing the little button. It comes right on out. It's not, it doesn't protrude too long. It's not real long. It's got great jimping right there on there. Nice. Pardon the dogs. They're kind of going crazy over yonder. Somebody's driving a tractor. Country life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then you got the back spacer, the pocket clip, and the pivot collar, crystallized titanium, anodized. Beautiful. You got the hollow grind Crucible S90V and belt satin with the swedge. Look at that. This fuller right here looks sweet. And I like how it terminates right here. It just looks mean. It looks like an eye that's aggressive. And then that swedge. Beautiful. One of the best looking blades on a modern I've seen in a long time. And like I said, they got the inspiration from the BOWIE knife, which is legendary. Like I said, hollow grind. Beautiful blade. Very sharp. Very flipping sharp. Right out of the box. Let me show you here. That's a lot of daggum hair. I don't know. It's hard to see on video. I don't have a lot of hair on Mars. See it popping off there? I don't have a lot of hair. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. This thing is sharp. This right here is not a finger tool, although you probably can put your finger there. I don't really recommend, but that is a sharpening tool and a very good one. It's going to be a while before you ever get a smile. You'll probably never get a smile sharpening that thing. They done that right, if you ask me. And most of the time, I like to get right up on the blade like that, right? But to be honest with you, holding this thing, and that gets me into the ergos, this thing is sweet. I feel like I'm right up on it. I feel like I can do work with it. As a matter of fact, the ergos on this are just ridiculous. Nice sharpening tool, nice jimping right here on the blade. It's real fine, locks you in, and it goes pretty far up the blade too. You also got some jimping back here. However, I don't think it's really a functional jimping. I think it's more decoration, aesthetics, if you ask me. You know, the photos when I first got this one didn't speak to me. And I was like, oh, okay, they got a new modern. Well, then I got this in the mail. I opened it up and I put it in my hand, and dude, oh my God. I'm not lying when I say this. And I got to say, Jack Wolf Knives, Ben Belkin sent this to me, and it's free to do a review on. But I'm not saying this just because it was sent to me for free. I'm saying this is the best ergos I've ever felt on a pocket knife. That's saying a lot. I've held a lot of pocket knives, and this one, just look how thick this is. And normally I'm not a thick handle guy. I like that thin profile. This one locks you right in. And I feel like, it feels like it's almost a fixed blade in your hand. There's no wiggle. This thing is solid as a stinking rock. I mean solid. And, you know, bling is not my thing either. Y'all probably know this if you've watched my channel for a long time. But this crystallized titanium is growing on me. Look how beautiful that is. I'm more of a micarta guy or a titanium guy. But this one, dude, look, just look at it. Just look at it. It's freaking beautiful. I like the silhouette of this knife. More so after I held it and just see every little detail. I love that blade. I love the belt satin. I love the swedge, the fuller, the hollow grind, the pivot collars, every little detail they put into this thing. And, you know, the blade shape to me is, like I said, one of the best that I've seen on a modern knife. I really dig this blade. I really dig it. And like I said, it's like a fixed blade in your hand. There's no harsh edges, so it feels so comfortable. This pocket clip is not in your way. It just melts in your hand. And look at it. The design of that pocket clip is beautiful. It goes with the knife. You don't see any hardware. It comes in from the back. But you don't see the hardware. That is clean. It's got plenty of room. If you even got, you know, thick working jeans, this will fit on there. Just overall, this thing is solid. The fit and finish is exactly what you think Jack Wolf knives would be. This one maybe even more so. I don't see a flaw anywhere on this knife. This is bordering custom in a production knife. This is, I'm telling you, just, they outdone themselves on this knife. I don't know anything that I could give them as far as advice on maybe to make this better. If he would have asked me personally, Ben, about how I would do this knife after he showed it to me and it's in my hand, I couldn't say anything. I wouldn't change this for anything. I like every single thing about it. And usually I don't say that about knives. There's usually something, you know, maybe I want a different blade finish. Maybe, I mean, gosh, the only thing I can say about this knife that maybe is not the best is, like I said, I'm not a bling guy. So he not only has this knife, but he has quite a few more. You can head over to jackwolfknives.com, check out the other covers. He's got black Kyanite. The exclusive is the Tiffany blue with the D.L.C blade, camo carbon, I believe it is. He's got a micarta, I believe an OD green, a full titanium milled version, and this one might be another one. I can't remember. I should have looked at it or brought something out here to look at, but fit and finish is great. Pocket clip is perfect and clean, 3D milled. It's not busy with a bunch of screws on it. It's just perfectly executed. The flipper is insanely good. The weight of the blade just makes it fall right in there. This is the smoothest pocket knife I've ever held. Every time I think that Jack Wolf knives can't get better and they can't come out with something cooler, I get proved wrong. And I believe I was watching Knives Fast live video with Ben on there, and he was saying it took like 3 years to you know, design this knife, come up with it up till today. And I believe it. I believe that they put a lot of detail and thought into this. Just insane. I like the Kollab knives so far. I'm a slip joint guy, but look at this thing. I'm not only a slip joint guy, but I like all knives. And this has just knocked it out of the park. The centering strike right down the middle. Can't get any better. Also, lock bar access. You've got about 25% lockup right there. Look at that access. You almost look at it and say to yourself, how am I going to get in there? But then this is so thick that you see, like, it's kind of, what do you call it, milled right there with some lines. And you just put your thumb there Easy. Very easy. No lock stick. Nothing. Just straight up sweetness. I don't know what else to say about this thing except do go get you one. Pick a color. I mean, for Pete's sake. This thing is ridiculous. I don't even have to try to sell this knife. They're going to sell. I could just show you this thing, and I think if you like a good pocket knife, this is what you need in your pocket. And normally it's not the thing that I would put in my pocket, but it's gonna be. It's gonna be. I haven't used it a whole lot. I wanted to keep it real nice for the camera. I didn't want snail trails and things like that. I wanted you to see it just how it came in the box. But believe when I say I'm going to use it. And this ain't no wimpy thing. This is not something you just stick on a shelf and look at, or put in a case and look at. This is meant to work. And that's one thing about Jack Wolf knives that I can't convey on camera, is they're so solid. This one is probably the most solid out of any of them. It just feels like it ain't going nowhere. And I dig it. The Scuffle. I dig it. And that name comes from, you know, pretty much the blade being inspired by the BOWIE knife, which is a fighting knife. But I dig it. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments. Also look in the description, and I will put all the dealers. I'll put all their information. Tell me what you like about this knife. You plan on picking one up? Which version do you like? And don't forget to tell your friends, your family, your mom, them, baby mama, your crush, your barber about Richter knives. This is Richter. Now let me show you everything that comes in this thing. Woo! Nice black box like you always get with Jack Wolf knives. And you got the tube. Artwork by Tiffany, the Scuffle. Nice. Jack Wolf with the hat on. Back to back. You got the old 6-shooter right there. And that's Jack Wolf Kollab. It says collaboration for the culture. Jack Wolf knives. Nitch designs. JW Kollab. Beautiful. Right here on the bottom of the tin. Crystal blue, September 2025. Cool looking logo on there. And here's your POG. Same artwork is on the tube. Nice. I dig the Western theme. Scuffle. You also got the microfiber cloth, which has Jack Wolf knives embroidered on there. I don't know if it's embroidered, but it's on there. Very nice. Knife comes in there. You've got, oh, well, let's see if I can get this sticker out of here. Come here, little feller. How cool is that? Sticker, dude. You get 2 of them in there. Quick draw. I dig this. So I didn't see a pocket clip insert, so I'm assuming you can't really take the pocket clip off and put an insert in there. But hey, dude, who's going to tote this thick thing in their pocket? I wouldn't. I would want a pocket clip. And when I say they done a great job on the pocket clip, they really did. And it should be clipped to the pocket. There you go. It's your boy Richter. I'm out.